I should have done something this morning. I just realised I haven't done it. I've been in meetings literally all day. Literally all day.
Been there, so done that.
Are now, and literally just now I've realised I haven't shared something which is vital for tomorrow to some of the team members. So people are joining us. So after this, I'll have to do that and make some real serious apologies to certain team members. Sorry, guys, you should have had this yesterday or latest this morning. You're going to have to do a little bit of overtime.
Well, it's okay, Mark. I know they've been working their tails off over there in Upper Ireland.
Oh, big time. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I see everyone's coming into the room. Yeah, it's been a very busy day today. I think this is my 6th call today, 6th meeting, and but this is going to be the shortest of all of them because this is only an hour. The others were all long times, short gaps, because obviously it's the end of Q2, start of Q3, Q3, and also we're getting into the second half of 2020. So as you imagine, there's been all sorts of stuff going on. Things have just been released. So yeah, it's been cool.
So can everybody hear us? Oh, good. Tom says coming through loud and clear. Great.
Excellent.
Always have to know that for sure.
Always have to know that. Just want to tee you all up. If you remember last week, we said that today we would be doing, how did I put it? A case study. We'd be getting really in depth with Anthony on his.
You didn't say who.
Oh, did I not? Oh, well.
But nobody knows who Anthony is, right?
Forget it. Shh, don't mention his name again. But unfortunately, we can't do that today. And the reason being is family issues. So obviously, I totally get it. So it's going to be next week for that, but I'll tell you more about that at the end. No, I'm pretty sure it'll be next week. Okay. But if not, I will have something else lined up. But I'm pretty sure it'll be next week. So this week, we are going to do something we're going to do a couple of weeks' time, but I think it's really relevant because obviously we've had tickets in on this, and I think Mitch, you've seen people talking about it in the group. Do you want to tell everyone what we're going to, the co-pilot?
We're going to talk about my cat right there.
Oh yeah, I only just noticed it.
I'm sorry, I left the door open.
That is not like your cat. Your cat is not normally just sat there doing that. Your cat is normally trying to get on your head. Literally, I mean, I kid it. So why is he not, or she not doing what she normally does?
Because I am currently standing. I have a stand-up, sit-down desk, and when you and I normally talk, I'm normally sitting.
Right.
So she can have access to the side of the table and pop up and pop me on the head and stuff. So I forgot. Oh, here it is. I have my water.
Yes.
Yeah. So nice. That's why she's back there, and now she's jealous because I'm on talking with you, and she's like, "Come on, I want to pat you on the head." But
yeah, she's looking, but I could see her looking. Oh, it's that guy.
That's her.
Yeah. Hello.
She'll just lay down there on the top of the chair. But
cool.
So today we want to talk about autoresponders. It's as you said, it seems to be even more popular right now because people seem to keep asking this question. But the one thing I did want to say is, before we really dive into that, is I want to give you and the team a bunch of thumbs up, kudos, because the implementation last week, minor little blurps, but the amazing stuff that you guys have added to this tool. And I know some people don't think that it's, last week was the big announcement. We haven't talked about it since last week because our show was on Tuesday and Wilco made the announcement on Wednesday. But I just want to say that it's a really cool stuff that you guys have implemented. And I know that there's a whole bunch of other stuff that is coming soon. And all of the stuff that was implemented last week, and I know Wilco kind of mentioned this, but I don't think he really enunciated it enough because we had to have this release in order to do everything that's coming. And
yeah. The whole purpose of this release is to lay the foundation for stuff, which is like, I know there's going to be a push today. So new stuff coming today, new updates and everything. And then there is a series of more pushes during the next 2 weeks and the next couple of months as well.
Yeah.
You're going to see literally roll out a whole plethora of shiny things.
So let me also remind you, because I've already gotten a private message. If you're going to ask a question, and we welcome questions, ask them publicly so that we can all see what's going on.
Yeah.
Joe, diving in, kudos to the team for last week. Diving into autoresponders, it's a very common question that people say, well, UpViral's an autoresponder, isn't it? And technically it is, and technically it isn't. In order to get you kind of what?
I would say it is not an autoresponder, most definitely. Not technically it isn't. It is not an autoresponder. It sends emails out on your behalf for certain things, but it is not an autoresponder. It is not a MailChimp. It's not an Aweber. It's not an ActiveCampaign. It is not that.
And by definition, you are correct. But some people believe that an autoresponder is simply something that sends an email on an event, and that So I want to be clear, because people need to understand how this stuff works, and they need it to be really clear. So Ed says, "How can I record it?" This is being recorded. It will be in the UpViral group. Don't worry about that. And Johan goes in and pops. Thank you. So UpViral sends emails. And what I want to do is kind of, if you don't mind, take a few minutes and go back to...
And shut that cat up.
Can you hear her?
Yeah.
See, that's
cool.
That's cat number 3. I don't know. Somebody's meowing.
Don't worry.
I didn't think you could hear her. Now I'm all flustered. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go full screen and do a level set so that everybody understands what we're talking about and we're all on the same page. Okay. So I'm going to go full screen and put you down in the corners if that's all right.
No worries.
All right. So come on, buttons. I'm pressing buttons and there they go. Let me get you guys over on the other screen. So
could you not pick something that that is so bright? Hang on, let me get my sunglasses out again.
Stop.
God, dude, that is bright.
All right.
By the way, I can't read any of the text above the images.
I know, it's not important. I'm going to walk you through it. Now, have you seen my circular cursor?
I can.
Did you notice that I customized the color so that it's the UpViral color, the UpViral blue-green? Isn't that cool?
It's cool, but who cares? Get on with it.
So, in terms of doing a campaign inside of UpViral, there's 2 pages, right? Everybody understands there's 2 pages, but sometimes people get a little confused as to how they work. So we're level setting back to ground zero. In this diagram, there's a lead page. Now there's these little boxes, and we're going to talk about those in a second, but there's basically the lead page and the sharing page if somebody signs up. And when they share, there's the viral loop that Wilco talks about all the time. People that come in directly this direction are what's called direct leads in UpViral. People that come through the viral loop are referred leads. All right. So there's also visitors, and then there's leads. Now, so we're all kind of level set. A visitor has not signed up yet. A lead is somebody that has signed up in the UpViral landing page. Now, that could be a widget, etc., but we're not going to go there. All right. So UpViral down here at the bottom sends out emails when somebody comes in and does something on the landing page. And that's kind of the autoresponder like functions. And we're going to go through and show you what those are in just a minute. But UpViral sends out some emails like, congratulations, you've registered. Congratulations, you've earned a reward. Sorry, you seem to be cheating, that kind of stuff.
They are what we would refer to as transactional type emails. Correct.
Something has to happen in order for that email to go out inside of UpViral. Now, when you decide that you're going, and you can use UpViral in this form without having an autoresponder. And that's something that Wilco talks about in some of his training, is that, yes, you can use UpViral without anything else. But you and I talked a week or two ago and said, realistically, you need to have an autoresponder for other things.
Well, let's be clear on this. There are several things that we've noticed that if you want to have a campaign that is really successful and get as big a bang out of using UpViral, there are a few things that you need, and one of them is you really should have an autoresponder strapped to it, so that we'll call them leads, your entrants, because obviously they have given their name and their email address. Right. We are not an autoresponder, so you need then to be able to follow them up. So although we do some basic transactional emails for you when they enter a campaign, you need those to be in an autoresponder like MailChimp, those type of things, so that you can then start the marketing process to those people. Yeah.
And so what I now switched to is a diagram that kind of shows you that. So this top part is the same diagram we had before: lead page, UpViral lead, sharing page, blah, blah, blah. But then if you tie the autoresponder inside of UpViral, the leads also get added over to your autoresponder database, your CRM, whatever words you want to call that. And Richard asked, why do we have to get a CRM if we have UpViral? That's what I'm trying to answer here, is that question. Now, once you have them in your autoresponder here in this little blue box, now you can start sending an autoresponder sequence or sequences to things like your sales page or other places on your world. So this bottom part, which also, by the way, turns into sales, right?
Who asked that question? Oh, Richard.
Richard.
Why do you have to get a CRM? Yeah, because again, just bring us back to that center model for me, please, Mitch.
The first one?
Just center it so we can see where the UpViral emails are sent. Okay, and bring it into focus. When someone fills it in, can you just zoom in on that bit so we can see the opt-in for? Zoom in, not out, in a bit more. That's it. So when they fill in their name and email address in the opt-in, yes, we capture that information, but there are only I think 5 emails that we have in that you can choose to send out.
Right.
Those, and we'll show you those in a minute. What you can't do inside UpViral is then say, oh, I want to send an email to everyone next week who have opted in. And you can't do that because obviously we send emails out which are to do with that particular campaign. It is not an email service. Correct. So in order to do the marketing, which comes, obviously you've built your leads, you're now sat on 10, 15, 20, 30, 50,000 leads. You need an autoresponder to do that.
Right. And that's this bottom part where you have a sales page and sales coming out, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
This is the gold.
Did that answer your question, Richard?
And we're going to, I hope we're going to go through a little bit more of this process inside of UpViral. I wanted to give everybody a firm visual thing. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've recently been working with people and they like don't understand. And I show them this picture and then the light bulb starts going off. Like, oh, now I get the relationship of the UpViral emails versus the autoresponder emails. Richard just asked, do we have to go to our CRM via ClickFunnels? No, you don't have to use ClickFunnels at all. You can if you want. UpViral is integrated with ClickFunnels. There's
hang on. Don't muddy the waters. You might be muddying the waters here. You don't need ClickFunnels,
right,
to take your leads. All you have to do is connect. I tell you what we do here. Just this is a problem for people. Break out of here, go into UpViral, and show the people how we integrate.
That's where I was going to go.
Autoresponder, and then show them the emails as well. I think that'll be the easiest thing. Cool.
Right, and that's exactly where I was going to go. Thank you for giving me that softball.
So yeah, because we've had a few people say, "Can we use UpViral without an app such as ClickFunnels?" Yeah, right. Definitely.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to also open the dashboard.
Funnels, by the way, not on either.
I'm sorry, what? You broke up.
I said ClickFunnels is not an autoresponder neither.
Right, correct. Although technically it does have a tool inside it called Actionetics. It has?
But that's not ClickFunnels. That's Actionetics.
Okay, you want to, fine. All right, so when you decide that you want to start using an autoresponder, you need to go to the settings and integrations.
Can you do me a favor, please?
Create one.
Can you kill that screen and just, because we don't need to see you. You've got a pretty face and everything, but people need to see the screen in more detail.
Yes, sir. Okay.
We're seeing just you, not the...
I got it. Sorry, I'm not...
Excuse me.
Okay.
Cool.
So that means I can also do this a little bit bigger. So inside of settings, if you go to integrations, you can add an autoresponder. And when you click this, now I have a whole bunch of them listed because I've been working with other people and stuff, but you create a name and you select the name of the tool that you're using for your autoresponder, right? You don't have to have one of these, but if you select one, I'll just do ActiveCampaign. You need to find the API or whatever the key is, and UpViral tells you where to go find that. And you save it, right? I'm not going to do that because I already have it listed here. ActiveCampaign is my autoresponder. So then inside your campaign dashboard, and I'm on the one that we built for Lillian earlier in one of the other Copilot shows.
Yeah.
On the left side, I'm going to go to email notifications. So these are the emails that go out. And I'm going to go back to the chart, and I'm going to make it full screen. And I'm going to make it bigger. We're talking about these emails that are going out of UpViral only right now. So inside of UpViral, in this general setup for a campaign, you have emails that go out. This one goes out right after registration. So that's the welcome you've joined. Send an email on the referral sign up, double opt-in, confirmation, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to turn that off. Fraud emails also come out of the main. Additionally, if you have incentives, which is this section right at the beginning of the campaign, there are emails that would go out if somebody earns a reward or an incentive.
Yeah.
And so that's these emails. And again, those are the ones that are here. Those are the only ones that UpViral will handle. Let's suppose you are wanting to send out an email that says, hey, there's 3 days left in this campaign. Come share it again. Going back to this chart, that email has to come out of your autoresponder over here. So any additional emails that you want to be sending out have to come from your autoresponder. And that's the reason, Richard, why you need one. Obviously, you want to be sending emails to get people involved or re-involved or hey, there's a sale going to happen at the end of this, whatever your process is.
I just want to explain
Sure.
why we are not. Does that make sense for everyone? Can you give us a yes if that all makes sense? While you're doing that, I just want to explain why we are also not, because we can have people say, well, why don't you send the emails like ActiveCampaign does it? And the reason is, I was once involved in helping run a company like ActiveCampaign, and it is a massive undertaking to be an autoresponder. It is a totally different business. You've got to get things white labeled. Overnight, emails can be going into spam boxes. It's a separate business. So we leave that sort of thing to the professionals. It literally is. You have got teams of guys working 24 hours a day. It is a specialist thing, and it's not something where we want to go to. We can't. It's just better if you use an alternative to it, because we are not an autoresponder. So cool. Thanks for that, Mitch. By the way, thanks to everyone shouting out, saying you're a bit bossy today, Mark.
It's perfectly fine. I'm all right, and you can't see me cursing him in the background.
I've been in 4 or 5 business meetings all day, and it's the end of our quarter, so it's like, okay, numbers, and it's been like focus. So that's why it's like, come on, guys, go.
Now everybody said yes except for Maria. Maria, if you have a question, make sure you pop it in here. Everybody else has said yes, so I'm kind of assuming that there's something you're just not quite getting, but let me know.
Cool. So now that I'm a bit confused. So I get a service that collects email addresses, but you use UpViral only instead of the service autoresponder. Okay,
they're two separate functions, Maria. Like Mark said earlier, these UpViral emails are transactional. An event happens inside of UpViral. For example, let's suppose person A comes in and signs up, right? UpViral sends an email. Let me switch over to UpViral so you can see it. UpViral will send this email that says, hey, you've registered. Congratulations, you're in blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's a transaction. It was caused by an event inside your UpViral campaign that caused that email to go out.
Let me see if I can make this super simple.
Okay.
The super way of looking at this is, I'm just going to take it offline for a minute.
Sure.
But think of UpViral. It gets you, it's like the yellow pages where people will go, yeah, I want to be in there. Here's my name. Here's my email address. Okay. So you've got the yellow pages. So they're all the names you're adding to it. You're writing them down. You're putting them in there. Now you want to send all the people you've got from your campaigns. You want to send them an offer in the post. What would you do? You would print a leaflet, which is the email equivalent. You'd put it in an envelope and you would put it in the post. The post is what the autoresponder is. It sends that out, because we don't send those out. We only give you the details and tell them, yes, you're in there. That's how it works in its simplest way.
Great. Now Maria also asked, does it integrate with Groove pages and Groove funnel? I don't see Groove in this list. Mark, are you okay? Do we need to mute you for a minute?
No, carry on.
So there is no Groove listed in this, but you can use this HTML form if your autoresponder, like Groove pages and Groove funnels, if those are autoresponder. I don't think Groove is interesting. But you can use this HTML form. So what you do is you go to your autoresponder and they will give you some code to integrate with another tool. And you can just have it parse that and go through that process. So you can, UpViral could always integrate with virtually every autoresponder. And technically, if you look at this list, this is a huge list of different tools. And some people are like, well, Autoresponder ABC, this is a new autoresponder tool, just came out. Why doesn't UpViral integrate with that? Well, it takes time. It takes money.
I think there's something, and that, well, we won't get into that.
Yeah.
So once you've got, let's move into the reason why you would do this. For example, you've set a campaign up. Let's say your campaign has got 10,000 people who have entered it. So that's 10,000 people who've given you a name and an email address. Although they sit inside here, once the campaign is finished, they just sit inside here because you can't then send them marketing information, because let's not forget, what is the whole purpose? If it's not the whole purpose of what UpViral does, but if what you're building an email list, when they've entered the competition and the competition is finished and you've got 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people who've subscribed, you then want to start marketing to those people because obviously they have been in your competition. If the competition has been set up right, they're resonating with your product. What you want to do now is follow up and keep in touch. And that is really where we really need to be talking about how you actually then get because UpViral's done its job. What you need to do now with those 50,000 leads is you need to start monetizing those leads. They say on average, I believe, and I can't remember where I got this from, every person on your email list is worth on average about $10 a year. So if you've got an email list, if UpViral creates you an email list of 50,000, I'm just going to get a calculator right now. Oh, it's $12 a year. Oh, I said $10. Yes. So 50,000, obviously it's gone up since. So 50,000 times 12, that is $600,000. That email list of 50,000 people is worth to you. Over $500,000. But it won't work unless you start talking to it.
Yes.
So carry on, Mitch.
All right. Thanks. But that $1 per person per month is definitely an industry average, and I talk about that all the time. There are some people I know that are getting $4 and $5 and $6 per person on their list.
Yeah, and there's an old saying. Well, it really started in networking, multi-level marketing, and it was always preached to me: the money is in the list.
Correct.
And it's very, very, very relevant today with email marketing.
And realistically, what I like to do is extend that just a hair and say that the money is in the relationship with your list.
Very much so, yes.
Because this part down here, we often call a nurture sequence, right? I have it showing as a sales page in sales, but the vast majority of your emails, if you're going to do your emails well, you're going to give people value, then sell them. Give people value, then offer something for them to buy. So it's not all just buy.
Oh, no.
Then they'll go, I don't like Mitch anymore. I'm out of here.
Well, right? There's an old saying in marketing. If all you keep doing is saying to people, buy, guess what they say to you? Buy.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
It literally is. I just got a question for everyone. And this is really important because it just dawned on me. Because email marketing, I think, who said it here? Ryan said, only if you know how to sell to them. And it just dawned on me. We're going to show you why you should do what you should be doing, i.e. autoresponder, and why, obviously, the money. We'll show you a few things here on how you can do it. Well, but obviously we're limited to an hour. I just want to ask everyone, if we were to bring a special guest on who's specialist in email marketing, would you be interested in not maybe an hour, but would you be interested in something that was a bit more than an hour's show? Maybe it was 2 or 3, not necessarily 2 or 3 hours back to back, but chopped up some sort of an email marketing. I want to say course, but I hate the name course. Would you be really interested in showing you how, once these leads are in your autoresponder, how you can actually start monetizing it in a quality way and doing it? Well, that answers it all. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
I see a bunch of no's there, Mark.
Do you? Where do you see that? Because it's a different channel than that.
There's a lot of yeses. Heck yes.
Oh, who said no? No, there are plenty out there already. Okay.
Daniela said that. Well,
Danielle,
you don't have to show up.
You don't have to show up.
I want to learn more about that, and I send emails a lot. So
yeah,
there's always something to learn in that regard. And
I will tell you now, it's not as difficult and as hard as what everyone else says it is.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are people in here that have seen me do email marketing training. I know they are in here. I can see one of them now, Clive. And the way it is really, really, if you know what you're doing, it is really, really easy. And when you see it, you go, is that it? Yeah, that is it. Cool.
All right.
Carry on, Mitch. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to get people's feedback there.
It's all good, and I have to let another cat out of the, because I closed the office door. 10 seconds.
No worries. I'll talk rubbish for 10 seconds. I'm good at talking rubbish.
The joy of working from home.
Yeah.
So the last bit of, not that, Mitch. Come on, go to UpViral.
There we go.
The last bit is, now that you have your autoresponder defined and you've gone in and you can click edit on your emails, then what you want to do is go to the autoresponder section on the left-hand navigation, because, and I'm not going to go through a whole lot of detail here in terms of some of the things, because you can get really complicated. But in this particular case, what you want to do is make sure that you have your autoresponder connected. You defined it in the general settings, but if you don't do this bit for this campaign, then you're not really connected to connecting this campaign to your autoresponder. Now, the reason it's on a per campaign basis is because of this list, right? So I have a autoresponder that I funnily, if I nicknamed, it's not maybe funny, but MailChimp, right? Inside, when you select the autoresponder that you have defined, it will go, UpViral will go out and find out all of the different lists that you have in your account. This is my old MailChimp. I'm now using ActiveCampaign, so it's a bunch of old lists, but it's still there. And then if you're in MailChimp, you will have groups. Now, let me just show you really quickly that I'm going to scroll down to my ActiveCampaign, and you're going to see this segment just changed. So UpViral is specifically showing you things that only apply to the autoresponder you have selected, right? So when I had MailChimp selected, there was another field here called groups. Some of the other autoresponders don't have that. So it gets a little confusing if you're looking at one of your friends' UpViral thing and they say, well, it's different than mine.
Yeah,
just be aware of that.
Just to clarify for people with autoresponders, every autoresponder works in a slightly different way. I know it's damn annoying, but they do. Essentially, you'll have, they fall into two categories. You'll have an autoresponder where the lead goes in and it will go into what's called a list. And inside there, you'll have multiple lists. So this is a list for this campaign. This is a list for, you'll have multiple lists, and then you can do all sorts of crazy things inside there for emailing people in multiple lists. But most new autoresponders now, they don't have this list, these buckets that people live in. It is one big, massive list that everyone lives in. But what it does is whenever the person joins your list, it adds a tag to it. As you can see here, that's what MailChimp does. It lets you add tags. So in other words, in this case, if someone joins and they go into that thing, they will have that tag campaign 1, okay? Or it might be they joined your campaign, your super duper campaign. So it says super duper campaign. That would be one tag. And then you might have other tags inside there, which are to do with, for example, they won the prize or they got this reward. And then also the autoresponder will add other tags. So when they visit your website, they'll add a tag. So when you look at some people, there could be dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of tags. That allows you then to what they call segment. So you can actually then say, I want to send an email today to everyone that was in this campaign that I had in UpViral called this, and they opened my last email, which was this email, because you can literally say, they opened my last email and they clicked on this link and they visited my page. So that means you can send an email to those people who, for example, opened your last email that was, let's say, showing the new shoes that are available in your store, but they then went to that, they clicked on the link in the email and they went to the page that has it, but they didn't buy. So you can then, but what you know now is that those people actually were so interested in your product that they went to your page, they didn't buy, and you can then send them a discount code or whatever it is. And we can get into these sort of clever tactics in some other, because I can see here someone said, forgive me,
John T.
I can't find where this lady asked a question. She said, oh, here it is. It's Lakita. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I think most of these email marketing sessions cater to online/digital marketers, in other words, big hitters. For those of us who are using tool for local businesses like restaurants, I think would like to see how we can use it in email marketing, because I think it's a little different. It is. The strategies are the same. I mean, for example, if I owned a restaurant, and how I would use an autoresponder would be totally different to how I would use it if I was a coach or something like that. And we can show you how to do these sort of things, because that's the power. Then all of a sudden, when you start seeing what you can do with leads when they're in like MailChimp or any other autoresponder, all of a sudden the value of UpViral, I swear to you, you'll see a light bulb going bing, because then all of a sudden you will see the real mega value of keeping UpViral, having campaigns inside there, having loyalty programs, all that kind of stuff. You will get so turned on by it, because literally you will be able to take a list and actually turn UpViral into an absolute machine, giving you people that you can market to. All of a sudden, what you pay for UpViral, you'll see this damn tool is really too cheap. But don't tell Wilco.
Don't tell Mark. But absolutely, and Steve Miller just added, go sign up to Lakita, to a national restaurant chain newsletter like Red Lobster or P.F. Chang's. Go out and find somebody in your niche that is sending out really good emails, and see and
copy
and
it.
Learn.
Copy it. It's called research.
Yeah.
Not copying, it's research.
But you also obviously have to customize it to your particular needs, right? You're not going to just steal word for word, but you can steal the idea. Yeah. And so
research the idea. Research.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
John T. earlier asked as well about segmenting. That's what you're talking about here, Mark. And some of the segmenting you have to understand. Let me go back to my preview here. Some of the activities that Mark talked about, people landing on sales pages or value pages or whatever, that segmenting is happening over here. It's outside of UpViral. So UpViral can help you with specific pieces of the process, and let me finish going through this a bit, and you'll see. But the vast majority of the segmenting really happens in your nurture sequence, your emails that you send out from your autoresponder. And one of the things you mentioned, I was typing in these tags. Just to be clear for people, this top section, this is a campaign level stuff right up here at the top. When somebody registers, they will get these tags. And then there's the custom fields, which we'll talk about in a second. But this bottom section, this lower right-hand section, is the tags that are created when they earn an incentive. Mark, you said, well, let's suppose that somebody downloads this first incentive that's over here, right? They earn it by getting the right number of points. Then you're going to put it into a field inside your autoresponder, and you're going to put a value on that, right? That is the segment, the tag that is going to be applied. And it could be 3, 4, 5 days after they signed up, right? So there's a group of tags that are sign up tags, and then the rest of the tags come from other transactions inside of UpViral.
Well, let's put this, stay where you are there, Mitch. Let's just try and put this into simple context for people. Because what this means is, let's just see, for example, the incentive, the first one there, download your stress, whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
Right.
So when someone has done that, we ask, no, don't go to it. Don't go to it. Don't move. Don't move. We're going to send the tag value stress. Okay. Now, what that means is, as we're going through the competition, I can then actually target people and be specific with the message I send to them when I send an email from my own autoresponder. So, for example, I can see that there are 2 other incentives here, earn 1 hour and the grand prize. So what I can do is I can actually send an email to people and say, hey, Sally, you've not yet got the 1 hour. The competition is about to close. I can actually then pinpoint, say, hey, Sally, the competition is about to close. If you want to get that 1 hour free consultancy with me, you only need an extra 10 points. Click here to take action. So only Sally gets the message that's relevant to her. And that's the power of being able to, you can then drive your competition into overdrive, because that's the power that you can get when you strap an autoresponder up to UpViral. You can then start setting these emails, and once they're set up, whenever you use another campaign, set up another campaign, you can pull all those things over with a click, boom, 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 in any autoresponder. So being able to have the power to say, hey, the competition finishes in 10 days time, you're only 10 points away, or 20 points, or whatever it is, the email will actually show each email that goes out from your autoresponder, because the way it's tied up with UpViral, you can actually custom make it, or rather you don't do it, the autoresponder will make each email that goes out unique to everyone on your list, and it happens automatically. Boom.
Yes, perfect. Paul is asking, why do you use autoresponder instead of email flow automation? And then he also said, I heard autoresponders are not used much anymore. I think we're just talking semantics here, Paul.
Yeah.
Autoresponder is a very common term that is used for things like MailChimp and ActiveCampaign. I've not even really heard of email flow automation as a term.
It's actually what we're really talking about is an ESP, email sender provider. Technically, that's the ESP, email sender provider. Okay. That's really, autoresponders are a throwback to years and years ago. Autoresponder doesn't really exist. It's just a term that it's carried on. It's like calling the vacuum cleaner a Hoover. It's just a throwback. That's all it is.
So the last bit that is on this page that I wanted to cover today was this personal invite link. That is, so let's say person A signs up for your campaign, we all know, hopefully, that UpViral will generate person A a unique link for them to share. If you want that to go over to your autoresponder, so like in Mark's case that he mentioned, that there's an email that's going to go out to Sally that says, by the way, you're 10 points from winning the Earn 1 Hour. Here's your link that you can share again. So you're giving them a shortcut for them to share. And what you need to do...
Now, some people might be thinking, well, how does the email know to put that in? What you do is you put a shortcut, a tag, a reverse tag, if you like. You put that in the email, and when the email goes out, if it has the link, it puts the link in. If it doesn't have it, doesn't put it in. Plus, only those people get it anyway.
The key is, though, that you have to tell UpViral where to put it in your autoresponder. And most people don't necessarily understand. It's easy to do, but what you have to do is create an extra field. I called mine REF URL because that's what this used to be inside UpViral. It used to say referral URL, but now it says personal invite link. But you have to go...
One note of caution. If you use an autoresponder that use tagging like this, that Mitch is showing you, make sure you keep a Bible/codex of what each of your tags means, because it's very easy to go, why did I call it that, and what does it mean? Right. So make sure you keep a note of them as to what they mean. Otherwise, you'll get confused.
Right. So if this says, and that's great advice, if this says select, and you can, it's saved now. UpViral's automatically saving all this stuff. I don't have to click the save button that used to be down here, which is a great feature. Let me tell you, I love that. Thumbs up for that. But if this says select, that means you're not sending that link over to your autoresponder and you can't use it. So please make sure that you go add a field to your autoresponder. And somebody asked me the other day, well, how do I do that? Like, just take MailChimp custom field and Google it, and you'll find out how to add a custom field. But you got to make sure that this is set to something other than select. Now, you don't want to put it in your name or first name or any of that kind of stuff. Put it in a new field, because you could select first name here, because UpViral is simply listing all of the fields that are in that list.
Hang on. I don't know. Clive is asking a question. I just have to ask this now, whether he wants, I'm not sure if he wants his team. Is there a way one of my team can join the Copilot show? Yeah, Clive, just get him to register. The Copilot show, upviral.com/Copilot, I think it is. You can register on there and you can get into it. There's no restrictions, dudes. So.
Is he also asking, since you said he's the email guy, that he has somebody he wants to be the guest to talk to? Is that what he's talking about?
Oh, I don't know.
The email expert?
Is that what he's talking? Is that what you're talking about, Clive? You want someone to ask a question? No,
maybe not.
I don't think so. I think it's just getting into it. Okay.
All right. So that's all the stuff that I wanted to do today. But I do see some questions.
Ed asked, what practical advantage do we get by using your integration with ClickFunnels instead of using any other component, e.g. Kartra? I don't understand what you mean by that, because they're a third-party tool. You don't, if you've got ClickFunnels and you use it, great. If you've got Kartra, great. But Kartra, for example, is a membership site. ClickFunnels is not an autoresponder, but it can send information to its, what's it called again? ClickFunnels
Actionetics,
which, if you're using ClickFunnels, is really useful. But if you're not using ClickFunnels, it's pointless. Kartra is a membership site, so if you're using Kartra, great. But if not, you don't need it unless you got. So hopefully that answered that question.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Johan's question.
Oh, go on.
So
How does Autoresponder know that Sally only needs 10 more points? Because you can actually send that over if you want to do it. It's a bit complicated to explain here, but we will do that on another, because it is complicated to explain. If you understand how autoresponders work and how you pass data around, which you will get to know, it's really easy to do. I'd have to sit there and go, but it is easy to do.
But you also need the API, don't you, in order to do that?
We won't get into that. We won't get into that. That's why it's complicated.
I understand, but you do need that in order to make that process work.
Yes.
Christine, happy Tuesday, Mark and Mitch. Does this mean I have to look at every one of my people in the campaign? No. And if I read that right, Christine, what you're doing in MailChimp is doing substitution, right? So it has keyword substitution. If I can quickly go to, I'll just jump over to the design template. And for example, I'll look at this sharing page. If I double click something, UpViral has this thing called keywords, right? Where you can substitute these different things so that everybody would see their own points, for example, right? That same function is in your autoresponder, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign. They all have the ability to bring in those custom fields that I was talking about, or name or email or whatever.
In the autoresponder world, they will refer to them as short codes, not keywords. I know, guys, there is different, as you will learn, there is different terminology there's like 5 different words for one thing.
Yes.
Just the way, I wish there was just a normal word. One word.
Actually, Mark, ActiveCampaign uses keywords. Because
that's
mine. Yes. So yes, they're all different because MailChimp calls them something else completely.
I know.
So yes, I'm just trying to get across that this is the function that you're kind of looking for when you're building an email inside of your autoresponder to find that thing, whether it's called keyword or custom field or whatever, to be able to add that. And it could end up like this double bracket points left. And that will be substituted when the email goes out to Sally, and Paul will have a different one, and Johan will have a different one, etc. They'll all be different.
Gina asks, what is it that we would need to run successfully? Well, I would highly recommend you get an autoresponder. There's tons of them. I think what I might do is I might have a word with our marketing team and see if we can reach out to one of our preferred autoresponders and see if we can get a coupon code for everyone of UpViral. I don't see why we haven't got the clout to be able to do that. So we can offer a trial or a discount or something. Let's see if we can come up with something on that. The second thing that I would actually recommend that people do when you start spinning up and getting a lot of people going through your campaigns is to switch from us sending out the transactional emails, which we spoke about, and to have something like SendGrid send them out for you. The reason being is, well, Mitch, do you want to explain why the reason of that is? Because it's something I know that's close to your heart.
One of the things that SendGrid does for you that is an exception or different than what UpViral does is that it I'm sorry?
And SendGrid is not an autoresponder.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Very, very good point.
It's actually, SendGrid is the postman that delivers it. It's not the sender for you.
Thank you. What SendGrid does for me, because I use it and it's only $14 a month, so it's not really very expensive. Or you can get it for free depending upon how many emails you send out. But when you go into SendGrid, you can see the emails that are being sent out of UpViral to your entrant, and you can actually even see if they've opened them. So not only do you see that it's delivered, but when they open it, there's actually a tick next to their name. And so if you're having trouble with somebody that says, well, I never got the email, or this or that, or it's not getting delivered to me. You can actually see that Betty Lou had an email go out, what date and time it was sent, and whether or not it was opened. And UpViral doesn't intend to give you that functionality because that's well beyond what it's designed to do. Right? Mark, are you talking? I don't hear you. I'm not hearing you. Are you guys hearing him and it's just me? Do you guys hear Mark? I'm still not hearing Mark. No, but Linda says no, Mark is muted. Okay, well, we've got 5 minutes left. I don't know if Mark's got charging problems. Thank you. At least you can hear me. Sean says, I'm new to UpViral. Do you offer one-on-one training? I am trying to see how we can use this to fit my market. UpViral does not offer one-on-one training. I don't know how far you want me to go with that, Mark. I mean, obviously I am external to UpViral, so you can connect with me. I'll go that far. Clive says, I have reviewed the top ones and settled on ActiveCampaign because ease of use, cost and features. Also is built-in CRM. So there you go. I'm on ActiveCampaign myself. I'm not using the CRM features. Still don't hear you, Mark, if you're working on something that's good. On your idea of a coupon, remember some email autoresponders, email responders don't like certain industries. MailChimp does not accept affiliate marketing. You can send emails through MailChimp. I did it for years as an affiliate. What they don't want you doing is spamming user after user, or email after email after email with 1,000 different offers that are in a wide variety of different places. You can send affiliate links through MailChimp, but you have to just be acting like a normal business that does not send just a ton of spam. They are trying to cut, what they're trying to do.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, there's Mark.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
I don't know what went wrong.
What they're trying to do, what MailChimp is trying to do, is to keep their reputation up enough so that they can deliver everybody's emails. And that's kind of what Mark went into before about why UpViral doesn't want to become an autoresponder, because it's just too difficult to manage all of that other stuff. And I totally get that.
I'm sorry. I think this ran out of juice. I heard something and then it went boom. What you were asking a question to do with courses or something, Mitch?
No. I was simply trying to answer Sean's question about getting one-on-one support, which is
one-on-one support.
Yeah,
I mean, it is actually something we are looking at. So it's something we're looking at.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I am trying to scroll through. I don't see any other questions that
I can only see because I went out of the room and came back in.
Right.
I can only see the most recent ones.
Todd does say there's a bug in email notification customization will not let you insert a graphic. I have not tried that. Please make sure that you report bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a ticket. There is also the new, and actually somebody this morning said that it only works on Mac. I have not checked this. The little lower left-hand corner thing that is that bug reporting thing.
Yeah, it's got a bug.
So somebody said that this thing. Oh, you're not seeing my screen anymore.
I'll have a look at that. But
go ahead.
So we've got like 30 seconds.
All right. Wow.
I know it's been quick today. So just in case we have to close down, I know Mitch has got a storm where he is. Next Tuesday, at the moment we've got slated, we will be doing that case study that we spoke about. And this is something you all got to be on, because what this guy has done with such a simple campaign, he hasn't spent $1 on advertising. And he's, you know, when you see what the prize is, you'll think, how on earth has he paid for that prize? I can tell you that that prize was paid for like that. So we're going to be doing that next week. If for whatever reason it has to be postponed again, we will. I don't know what we will do. I think we've also got one of our marketing guys. I think William is going to be joining us. Is it? I can't remember. Did you schedule a date for that particular one?
I think it's next week, actually.
Okay.
But well,
we'll see. So we may be doing Facebook advertising. Let's just tell you, we've got a case study coming up. We've got Facebook advertising, how to do Facebook advertising, and also I want to do agency part 2,
right?
And we also want to do some email marketing a bit more. So we have got a packed load of stuff that we are going to be bringing you in co-pilot shows over the next couple of weeks. We actually need more than 2 hours. We actually need more than 2 hours in a co-pilot show now.
Drew, quick answer to your question. If you go into the general settings, you can set your date and time in the general settings, so the draw will happen whenever you tell it to. So go into the general settings and set your specific time zone. That's the answer to Drew's question. He's asked it three times
I've
now.
also got another question that I would like to ask everyone.
Okay.
And I if I'd have known about this, I'd have set a poll up to actually do it. Apart from UpViral getting you leads, can you very quickly, each of you, type what else you would like UpViral to do? Such as, I don't know, get loyalty. Someone says loyalty. What about reviews? You know, that kind of thing. So loyalty, just put some sell products. Drew says, cool. Just give me an idea of what else you would like UpViral to do for you. While people build a list. Okay, well, UpViral does do that. Landing pages, we've got them. Okay, cool. Okay, I can see them all coming through. So I'll review what you put in post show.
Thanks, Art.
Anything that you want to do to wrap up today before we go, Mitch?
No, I do want to reiterate how excited I am about the new version of UpViral that was released. It is awesome. Oh. It's not perfect, but it's a great start to what's coming.
Well, there's no such thing as perfection.
Right. I've developed software for 32 years for Boeing, so I fully recognize that.
Yeah. What I can tell you is that you ain't seen nothing yet. That I can definitely.
Yeah. I mean, 500,000 lines of code that Wilco talked about that are in the new back end of UpViral. That's pretty astounding.
Code, by the way, that's additional code.
Right.
Okay.
Tagged quizzes. That's a good one, Ulrich. I've seen a couple of people say, well, I'd love to be able to have a quiz on the front end. Now, actually, by the way, I know how to put Typeform in, which isn't really a quiz, but I can get you Typeform as a front end. I know how to do that.
Cool. Can you tap dance?
No.
You are limited in what you can do.
I am limited.
I can't tap dance, but I'll give it a bloody go if I have to, if there's money in it. Right then, guys. Well, look, I can see you are sending stuff. It's survey. That's a good one. I can see that you are sending your stuff in. I just want to say thanks very much for sending this in. Also, thanks very much. If anyone has got an issue that they've got at the present moment, please send us in a support ticket. Our product manager is standing by as we speak. He is literally touching every ticket that comes in at the present moment. And next week, look out for the emails confirming exactly what the show is going to be next week. And Mitch, do you want to say goodbye before I close the show today?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Yes, thank you very much. And wherever you are, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, great afternoon, or great evening. And we will see you same time, same place next Tuesday. Thanks very much, guys. Take care now. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. You're going to have to end the show today.
Oh,
Mitch.
I do, don't I?
I'm not piloting it today.